Bioshock the collection is out, and I've been playing it for about 13 hours now. So far, I've mainly played Bioshock 1. I actually just beat it not too long ago, about 40 minutes ago, I'd say, but, you know, now I'm on this. But I did play a little bit of Bioshock 2. I played Bioshock 2 for about an hour, and I played Infinite for about 3 hours, and even a little bit of Barrel at Sea, because I never played that back when it originally came out. But, you know, just to get a feel for how the games were, because I really wanted to complete Bioshock 1, which I did, and now I'm about to go play 2 in a bit. I really just kind of wanted to get a feel so I could actually make this video and talk about all three games in a sense. Now, I want to clarify, this isn't like a review or anything, it's more of like first impressions, but this also isn't really like a first impressions because I played all three of these games back in the day like crazy this isn't really more first impressions, it's more just like my impressions and thoughts on the remastered version of Bioshock, the collection. So let me talk about Bioshock 1 since I did complete it and I have played the whole remastered version and everything. So playing Bioshock 1 again, it was just so damn nostalgic for me. 2K did a pretty decent job on improving the models and textures, nothing that's gonna blow you out of the water and be like, oh my god, this looks fucking crazy, it looks 12 times better than Bioshock 1, because truth be told, it really don't. This is like, and no hate to the game because I loved it, man, I really do, but this is so not a remaster of any means. Like, no one who's going to be playing this on PC when it comes out today, actually it came out on the 15th today, no one is going to play this and be shocked by the remaster by any means. You know, they're gonna, honestly, this game, like I said, isn't really even for PC. You can tell this is definitely a huge console thing. I think it's great that it's on the PS4 and Xbox One, because now, for people like me who love the original Bioshocks and don't play on PC, instead of having to jump all the way back to 360, I can play it on my new current Xbox One. And also, I love Bioshock, and it's been a long time since I played it. 2013, 2014 was when I stopped playing Infinite. So I'm playing on Xbox One, like I said, and the games all run at 1080p and 60 frames a second. Very smooth. It's nothing mind-blowing because actually a lot of games have been coming 60 frames per second lately. Even Battlefield 1 was 60 FPS on Rush game mode, which is pretty crazy since Battlefield 1 looks great. But yeah, there's a lot of games that already do 60 now on Xbox, which is pretty cool, so it doesn't really blow my mind, but it is nice to have. It would be pretty dumb if they didn't do 60, because you know, why the fuck would an old game like this be running at 30? So it's good they did do 60. When it comes to actual like graphic options for the games, because a lot of remasters have been giving you more options to change graphic quality and field of view and all sorts of gameplay options and video options, so I wanted to see what Bioshock had in store for us. When it comes to options though, the game don't really have any actual like options to change. In Bioshock 1 though, you can expand your FOV, but it's not like an FOV slider, it's just a button to toggle your FOV. Like, you literally press it, it's like, you want expanded FOV, and then it's like yes or no. Like, and it does give you a good amount of FOV. It might be like 80 or 90 or something. I don't know why there's not a slider. Something that's even weirder though, Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite don't even have the FOV options. Only Bioshock 1. Kinda weird, don't know why they would do that. Replaying Bioshock 1 single player though, like I said, it was so nostalgic and I pretty much enjoyed every minute replaying the game. It's a great game. The textures look alright, like I said, nothing crazy, but the gameplay mechanics were so nostalgic, just how it moved. Like, it's so, I'm not gonna lie though, it's aged pretty bad. The minigame, the hacking minigame, I don't remember hating it this much. It's the most obnoxious and irritating and out of game breaking immersion, whatever you want to call it. Every time you need to hack something, which is about every 10 footsteps you take, if you're like me and you don't love to hack, but you kind of have to hack everything, and you also like hacking, it's really useful, but it just sucked. It's too much you have to do for just a minigame. Bioshock 2 though, Bioshock 2 in my opinion did a great job on the hacking minigame. They made it extremely quick. You could do it like it wasn't even a minigame. It was something you had to do for a millisecond to get your thing hacked. Bioshock 1 though, you're sitting in that menu for God knows how long. I probably sat in a few hacking minigames for about 3 minutes because of me failing. Also, the hacking minigame, I don't know if it was a glitch because I don't remember Bioshock 1 being like this, but a lot of things I tried to hack were unhackable. Like, there'd be so many of those little traps in the hacking minigame, and they would block me out completely to where I couldn't win at all. I'm not hating on Bioshock 1 at all, to keep in mind. I love the game. It's really a great game. I'm just pointing out the age of the mechanics in the game. But I'm glad 2K didn't change some of the game stuff, because that's just how Bioshock feels, you know. That's how Bioshock plays. That's what Bioshock is. Come play the plasmids, everything. Personally, Bioshock 2 is my favorite Bioshock game. I don't know how people can say like they hate it the most. I love Bioshock 2. You play as a Big Daddy and you get to dual wield, or not dual wield, but you get to like akimbo both a plasmid and your gun at the same time. It's so great, and the gameplay was just really fast in that game to me. Textures and everything to me just looked way sharper and smoother than Bioshock 1. Bioshock 1 looked so, I don't know, it just looked very, you could tell it's definitely like a 2007 game. But man, Bioshock 2 looked pretty great for the little bit I did play of it. Everything just looked so sharp and really good. But something I don't think any Bioshock game will ever have in Bioshock 1, the lighting and the atmosphere was just so disturbing and so amazing. And no Bioshock game will ever be able to recreate that like Bioshock 1 did. Also, for Bioshock 2, I wanted to take note that they actually did take out the multiplayer. I'm not surprised they did, because a lot of people didn't seem to like it. Well, I'll take that back, because Bioshock 2 had a little cult multiplayer mode like going on 360. It was alive for so long. Personally, me and a friend of mine, an Xbox friend of mine way back in the day, we played it every hour of the day, bro. I loved that Bioshock 2 multiplayer. I loved it. But I don't really think it was a bad idea that they did remove it, because like I said, a lot of people didn't like it, and to some people it mainly just felt like one of those single player games with a multiplayer tacked on, and I guess 2K didn't like the image of that or something, or maybe they just didn't want to have servers. So now going on to Infinite. Infinite. A lot of people's favorite game, but I used to really hate this game. And the main reason I used to hate it is just because, I don't know, it was so different from Rapture and all that to me, which it makes sense in the end. But yeah, another thing I didn't like Infinite on 360 was because I played on Xbox 360, and dude, the graphics were so bad. Like, it was a beautiful looking game for the art style and everything, but the actual textures just killed me, man. I couldn't play it, considering, because it felt like Bioshock 2 and Bioshock 1 looked better than Infinite on 360. I had to play Infinite just because I wanted to see what people were really talking about, like how amazing it looked on PC, and people were saying that this was the PC version of Bioshock Infinite. I loaded this game up, man. This game is beautiful, man. It looks great. It's the best looking Bioshock to me now. To put in perspective how good it looks, you could have told me this game like just came out today, like Bioshock Infinite never came out in 2013, say it was just released today as a new game, it looks like a game that could have came out today. It's not gonna be any different for PC players whatsoever, but for people who played on Xbox 360, it's gonna be such an upgrade. It's gonna blow our minds, bro. Just like 1080p alone, because it wasn't even 1080p on 360, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a huge upgrade for us console players, man. It's like I said, this isn't really a review, just the first impressions and kind of my thoughts on the remastered version of the Bioshock collection. But if I do have any statements on whether or not this game is worth the full 60, if you never played Bioshock games at all, or you never got to play 1 or 2 or Infinite, whatever the case was, I definitely recommend the full 60. I mean, $60, you're getting 3 games, all the DLC, by the way. Forgot to mention that. You get Minerva's Den, which I've never played, but I've heard it's the best Bioshock DLC ever. Some people actually say it's the best DLC ever. I don't know what it does right, but I can't wait to play it. But yeah, you get all the DLC, Barrel at Sea, all that good stuff, and it's definitely worth $60, man. It's over $100 in value, I think they said. And for the people who have already played Bioshock, but they want to know, is it worth going back? This is a remastered Bioshock, but it's not even really a remaster. It's more just a PC port, better looking graphics. And to be honest, the graphics, they look great, but they're not crazy. It's not a Gears of War remaster like the Ultimate Edition. That game was fucking crazy how good it looked. It's not a Halo 2 remastered. It's not an actual remaster. It's more just a port of all the Bioshock games from the PC. So if you want to pay $60 because you love Bioshock and you want to replay it, go ahead. But keep in mind, there's nothing new here, just Bioshock. But also, if you're strapped for cash and you really just can't afford it, man, think about it this way. This game's going to be on sale for probably $30, $35 in 5 or 6 months. And from a year now, it's definitely going to be cheap, man.